Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Joseph Ward, your historical homeboy, right here on the On the Shoulders of Giants YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in, for checking me out, and being a part of this journey. We're here to give you the sung and unsung heroes of the African diaspora that you probably wouldn't learn about. So thank you for rocking with us. And I just want to let you know that we're now on Patreon. So you can become a patron and help us empower and educate as many communities as possible throughout the African diaspora. www.patreon.com/OTSOG. Now go ahead and get to this video so we can drop this knowledge on you. Peace out. Hey, what's up, everybody? As you know, Joseph Ward right here, founder, creator, author of On the Shoulders of Giants, here to bring you another video. Yeah, because this one, you got me tripping. You know, I haven't dropped a video, giving information like this in a minute. So, appreciate y'all tuning in, but kind of check me out on this. We now have passed the midterm elections nationally here in the United States. And we had three black candidates running for governor. Stacey Abrams in Georgia, Ben Jealous in Maryland, Andrew Gillum in Florida. And we had a host of other black people running in other positions. I know in Texas, there were 17 women to gain seats in the judicial realm in a county in Texas. I think somewhere in Houston area. So shout out to those sisters. I hope they turn that city out. I hope they make that thing right. But one of the reasons why I'm making this video is because this whole new thing, we found a new way, something new to argue about, something new to divide us, something new to be stupid about. And it's the Hoteps versus the Voteps. So those who are a part of the conscious community, who are supposedly too woke to vote, versus those of the non-conscious community who believe in voting. Because I see what both sides are coming from, but I ain't rocking with either side, me personally, because I'm taking my objective view because I think for myself. I know how to read for myself, and I know how to operate for myself. My parents stress critical thinking in my house, so we're independent thinkers where I come from. Now, I see where both sides are coming from, but I just ain't rocking with both sides on this like that right there, because start with the side of the people who are labeled the Voteps. Now that term in itself, Votep, is a retaliation from the so-called Hoteps, who are mad that they got the title of the Hoteps, and like, we got you, we finally got something to call y'all, we're gonna call y'all the Voteps. And from my understanding, from the information that I read in the videos that I saw, a Votep, I'm gonna keep using my bunny ears, the Votep is the person who doesn't acknowledge the ancestors until it's time to vote. So the people who are like, I vote because my ancestors died for us to have the right to vote. Those are supposedly the Voteps. And those people are mad at those who didn't vote. Like, I saw a video, Roland Martin deserved to be called out for this one, because Roland Martin called out Tariq Nasheed because Tariq Nasheed was saying that he didn't vote, and Roland Martin is upset, I guess, at Tariq Nasheed because Tariq was saying that he doesn't vote, and Roland Martin has been attacking him in videos, and finally Tariq Nasheed had a rebuttal for that. That shit is stupid. First of all, just as a man, this is some man-on-man stuff. How I came up, as a man, if you got issue with somebody, you call them up, and y'all meet up, and y'all, as men, you handle it like men. What's not cool is, because you disagree with somebody's ideology, that you try to lambaste them and call them out and try to basically attack this man's character and this platform. So I'm not mad at Tariq for the rebuttals, but I do think this stuff don't need to be happening, because we always, it's either at the beginning of the year or the end of the year, black folk who are in the spotlight always find something new to squabble about, while the whole community still be losing. And that be my thing at the end of the day. Like, we always find some new dumb shit to squabble about, while the goddamn community keep losing at the end of the day. You may have your individual wins, but us as a collective, we hurting. Our people are hurting. And I don't know if y'all are really out here in these streets putting in real community work, but if you are, you can really see that the people are hurting. So the Voteps, and I guess Roland Martin would fall into that category of the Voteps, and then I guess Tariq would fall into the category of the Hoteps, the people who say that you are stupid for voting. Voting is a waste of time. Don't vote. These politicians don't work for you. Voting is senseless and all those things. And I don't totally agree with that, right? I do vote. I vote mainly locally. I can see the impact of the local elections in my city. I can see that. So my main thing when I vote is for these local elections, these local seats, these amendments, certain things that be on the ballot locally that affect my city, my community, and my people. The economics, not the economics, but environmental factors and all those things there. Though that's the main reason that I vote, because I want to make sure that I'm participating in what's going on locally right here in my city. But voting don't make your ass special. And I'm saying voting does not. Voting don't make you special. Voting doesn't make you more pro-black than the next person. Hell, not voting doesn't make you more pro-black than the next person. Because guess what? At the end of the day, guess what we still doing? Losing as a collective. As a whole collective, we still not doing good. So, because my thing is, if you don't vote, cool. Stop calling people who vote crazy. And if you do vote, cool. Stop calling people who don't vote crazy. It's your fucking opinion at the end of the day. It's your opinion, right? And for one, I wish we voted differently. I wish we voted better. There's no quid pro quo with us voting. Even if you're not voting, hell, are you organizing and building the community if you're not voting? Right? And if you're the person who's voting every 2 years and that's your only community action, you can kiss everybody's ass, because you just wasted time. If voting is the only thing that you do in your community to help make it better, you're wasting everybody's time. But we're all caught up in some bullshit of fighting one another, going back and forth with one another, and we're still not building, and we're still not organizing. The egos have to go. The bull has to go. Like we're not winning. We're not getting better doing this. Get into your community. Get with people who are like-minded and get organized. And after you all get a structure together, work to get other people involved. You don't have to be so rigid in your damn thinking. Everybody doesn't have to think the same way. Everybody doesn't have to operate the same way. But we need to have one common goal that we all agree on and work towards. Like, I don't know, man. It drives me crazy every year that we find something new to bicker about. Like, every year we find something new to bicker about, and I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. Like, Roland Martin he just attacked that man. From what I saw, from the information that I saw, Roland Martin attacked. It was an unprovoked attack against Tariq Nasheed because Roland Martin was mad. It seemed like Roland Martin was mad that he didn't get the results that he desired out of this midterm elections for the Democratic side, so he had to blame somebody. So he had to blame Tariq Nasheed, which is some bullshit, and Roland Martin needs to be called out for that, because that's some bull. Like, we can't have that in our community. You can't want your ego can't be so big, and your individual pursuit can't be so just driven on you that you're willing to just say fuck it and just mess up everything just for your individual gain, so you can seem like the blackest and the smartest person in the room. Like, you want to like to have the desire to be remembered. I get it. I get to have the desire to be remembered. But if everything that you're operating on is about being remembered, then you full of shit. This ain't this ain't about you being remembered. This ain't about me being remembered. This ain't about nobody being remembered. It's about our community getting better at the end of the day. And you're either an asset or you are a liability. It's one of the two. Your asset or your liability. But what we can't have is the division. The division is stupid. It's not helping us get to where we need to go. Hoteps versus Voteps is the dumbest shit ever. The dumbest shit ever. White people are just sitting back like, look at those niggers go. We got those niggers doing something else and they're fighting each other again. They're mad at each other again. Look at those niggas go. And it's crazy, like the individualistic pursuits for like ideas, following ideas of grandeur filled with ego. And that's what it is. Like, we have too many egotistical people within the conscious community. And then we got too many damn followers in the conscious community. So the people who are still working on themselves to build their self-esteem up and all those things, they're looking for something to latch on to. And then they get caught up in these waves of whether you either a Votep or a Hotep. Bitch, you ain't got to choose no sides. You ain't got to choose no sides. This ain't about choosing sides, man. You either down for black folk or you ain't. You either down for black folk or you ain't. In my city, there's a plethora of different types of black people, right? And I don't care if you conscious. I don't care if you're a intellectual. I don't care if you hood. I don't care if you a nerd. I don't care if you like white folk. I don't care none of these different little groups of black that you fit into. You still a part of a collective that's losing. Our communities are hurting, and in my city specifically, they're being gentrified. The black communities and the poor communities are being gentrified, and in 5 to 10 years, this city won't look the same, especially for black people, while the homeless population is increasing with black people. But all the Negroes with money and all the Negroes with the platforms, all they can find something new to do is fight. And then everybody else who live in regular lives be dumb as hell and just get caught up, all up in the momentum and swept up and follow them. And then further, and then people really pick sides. People really get into this, I have to pick sides things. I have to be on one side or the other. Oh, well, because I voted and you're telling people that they're crazy because they're voted, I have to go against you and all. Man, damn all that. I voted and I say both sides, y'all stupid as shit. Both sides, y'all stupid. And I voted and I said it. Look, I understand why people don't vote. People don't have faith in the system. You have to give people something to vote for. And right now, I'm not mad at people who don't vote. I understand. Now, I don't fully agree with everything, but I do understand. I ain't mad at people who don't vote. Like, when I go in these communities and these people just have like disappointment in their eyes, everything about them is bleak. They just trying to make it to the end of the day. There's a lot of people who've lost faith in this whole idea of America and success and all these things. I can't blame them. I can't blame them because they don't see it on a regular basis. They're experiencing like horrible conditions and horrible living conditions on a regular basis. I get it. Everybody doesn't see the value in voting, and that's fine. But if you want people to vote, you have to give them something to vote for. And our community refuses to come together to organize to actually give somebody something to vote for. Now, there are others who see, or who sometimes they're not, A lot of times they're not, who may be a little more educated on the political process. I'm not saying that if you don't vote, you're not educated, but there are some who are a little more educated on the political processes because they've had the luxury of being in academic settings. Like me, I've had the luxury of I had the luxury of going to college. I had the luxury of after college to be able to be around intellectuals and involved in academic settings on a regular basis. So I've been exposed to a little more than some of these people. But guess what? When I go home, I'm still down the street from these people though. All my life, I just had the opportunities and I did my best to take advantage of the opportunities. But I'm still in my community trying to work, make it better. I'm a person who's going to vote as well as get into my community and build. I'm working now to organize men in my community. You know how that goes. First meeting a whole lot of people. Last meeting 2 people. Consistency within our community, because a lot of people, a lot of you all, yes, you're constantly calling people out, but you're never looking in the mirror asking yourself, what are you doing or what more can you do? We have to get off this trying to be the best and the biggest and the blackest and the most smartest and the most intellectual. And I want to be remembered more than everybody. Yeah, but your community's still losing, man. The community's still losing. At least in your little neighborhoods, at least in your cities and stuff, you gotta have some kind of continuity going on. But we are always getting caught in public with our pants down, hurting ourselves. Sometimes, and a lot of times, too many times, we are our worst enemies. And it's like, it's frustrating. It's frustrating as hell to see us hurt ourselves, self-inflicting wounds. It's like watching a football game and your team just keep getting penalty after penalty after penalty after penalty, just doing dumb shit, and you just sitting there like, I can't believe this is happening, but this is what it feels like watching our community filibust our way to whatever. It's not cute, it's not sexy, it's not cool. We're losing. If you vote, cool. If you don't vote, cool. But fuck it, meet in the middle. Find something to meet in the middle to agree about. We all black and white people fucking us up. Can we just agree on that and that be enough, or something else? Like, it has to be more than that. You can't tell somebody that because they didn't vote that they don't have the right to complain when they pay taxes. If they don't have the right to complain, stop benefiting from the taxes that they pay. Shut up. Stop trying to bully people into voting. Stop trying to shame people into not voting. The Hoteps versus the Voteps, but we all losing. How the hell man, we constantly beefing with ourselves. Stop the beef. Stop the bullshit. Stop the dumb shit. And really, really, really concentrate on us building. The word of the year is building. Build. Build, 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 build. Unite and build. We have to have it. We have 2 years to the next elections. 2 years. Are we going to get organized? What are you going to be doing in your communities? Creating block votes. We got 2 years. We can start this stuff now, creating block votes. We don't have the economics, but we got the people. We got the manpower. And you goddamn votes. And especially in local elections, the motherfuckers count. Especially in your local elections. Especially the motherfuckers count. So use your collective power. We have to use our collective power. I don't give a damn if you bougie or you hood. We all niggas to them. So when the hell you gonna wake up and do something different, man? I don't know, man. Look, I appreciate you all rocking with me. I'm loving the comments, so keep commenting. Make sure y'all click on that subscribe button. And after you subscribe, click on that bell so you can get the notifications. On the Shoulders of Giants is now on Patreon, so you can support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/OTSOG. You can go check me out. I'm about to drop my 3rd book, On the Shoulders of Giants, Volume 3, South America. So it's going to be available soon. So you can check out my website, www.ontheshoulders1.com, to learn more about that. You can follow me on Instagram at OnTheShoulders1. Follow me on Twitter at On The Shoulders One, and you know we on Facebook On The Shoulders Giants. Go ahead and like the page. Join my Facebook group. Join my On The Shoulders Giants Facebook group. Holla at your boy. Interact with me, man. This some real stuff out here that we doing. You know I'm gonna keep dropping my historical videos on y'all. So be on the lookout for the next historical video, because you know that's what we do. We get the stories of the sung and the unsung heroes of our African diaspora. And remember, man, we all we got. We are all we got. So we got to get our stuff together. On the Shoulders Giants. www.ontheshouldersone.com. Holla at your homeboy.